There's only one word I can say. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. One of the first lessons that my mother ever taught me was, punishment fits the crime, and I definitely think the punishment has definitely exceeded the crime in this case. I mean, if you just get done a packet of biscuits, they knew it. You should have just solved it in-house. These things just get solved in-house.
Can I just say, what is there to solve? We were talking about this in the office before they came to...
If they were £6.99 and somebody took your biscuits, you'd at least say, look, mate, did you take these biscuits? Or we've got evidence of you taking these biscuits, just give the money back. You probably didn't know or whatever.
Sure, if you realise... sorry, I'll give you some more biscuits.
Maybe
every problem like that has got to go to the courts, then the courts are going to be so filled up.
Why didn't management say, if you don't want people to nick your biscuits, lock them in your drawer?
Right, that's number one.
But you have got a right to leave your biscuits on your desk. I do believe that. And if they were taken and there was some mishap and they weren't 79p biscuits, there was 6.99 biscuits, so that's still,
If you
a
leave
decent amount of
biscuits
money.
on a table in my house, they disappear.
Right,
Yes,
and in
true.
fact, the team here said that if we operated the same policy on the right stuff, I would be here on my own. OK? Everybody would be sacked or imprisoned, probably.
The thing is, what gets me is the quote from the woman who actually...
Owned the biscuits.
Owned the biscuits, saying, I'm disappointed that someone who is working as a work colleague finds the need to prowl around people's personal space and take items which, though of low value, can make someone feel insecure. If I left a packet of biscuits on my desk at work and someone took my biscuits and I came in the next day and went, oh, where's my biscuits? He goes, oh, I had them. All right, cool, just give us some back.
I think you still got to see... I think even though something's wrong, you still have to try and see things from other people's point of view, but they've definitely gone too far.
Do you know what, Martin? On this particular instance, I don't think you do. If someone came to me and said, I think someone's stolen my biscuits, I would say you have 30 seconds to get out of my office or I'll sack you. Get on with your life. Pull yourself together. We're here to work, not to eat biscuits. They've done you a favour, you fat so-and-so. Clear it.
True. Yeah? But at the end of the day, it's still £6.99, and if,
Hang on, what's shortbread, though?
The thing is, this poor guy now he's had a biscuit on a night shift, and he's had to pay 157 quid for these biscuits.
Lost his job.
He's sent to court, and he has no
records.
job. So he's just for some job's worth who's had a biscuits nicked.
Even though she's a bit of a job, you still have to, mediate. You can't just say to them, look...
Why not? We have too much mediation. We need leadership. We need someone to say, get a grip. Get a grip. It's a biscuit.
Well, I agree with the mediation, but in that case, you get both the people in the office say, right, you say sorry to her, he apologises, give him the biscuits.
No. You have too much to do about making money in your business.
If they took something which is worth £12.99, then do we still have a problem? Or if they took something from someone's desk which was £15.99, do we have a problem? That's why I say you're always best to mediate and see from the other person's point of view. That way you don't have a problem.
This as a parent.
With what you do there, you'll set a problem for someone else.
But you're not using common sense here. As a parent, you say to your kids, don't you take that expensive mobile phone into school because it'll get nicked.
These are adults.
Yeah, but she should have realised that already.
But she's an adult. You should have to respect her opinion.
She's not behaving like an adult. She's behaving like a spoiled
Even if you don't agree with something, you still have to respect their opinion. I'm saying I don't agree with it, and say, well, you don't agree with it. But I still respect their opinion.
OK. Wow, who would have thought Biscuitgate would have been so emotional? What do people at home have to say, Kirsty? I thought it was just going to be a laugh.
We have Carol on line one.
Carol, good morning.
Hello.
Hello. So, Biscuitgate, where are the rights and wrongs in this tale?
Having hung on the phone and only listened to part of it, and I had to ring before all the points were put.
Right, go on.
I wonder what sort of people this person works with to be so unpleasant. If it meant him going, him or... Well, it was a chap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If he went into a private locker and took them, it would be different.
Right.
Yes.
But getting to another point, you go out for a meal with somebody, and I've done it and had it done to me, and you have, say, steak and chips, and yours is a bit later coming than the other person's. Somebody nicks a chip off your plate to see them through. What will happen then? Will we be taken to court?
There we go, Martin. What do you do with that situation?
I'm just saying, but where does it stop? What can you or can you not take off someone's desk? Can you take a pen off their desk? Can you take photos off the desk? You're just opening up.
But, let's take it down to its bare minimums. Carol's point, you go out for an office lunch, OK, Christmas lunch, OK, and you take a chip from a colleague's plate. Have you stolen that chip? Should you go to court? Should you repay costs?
That's just rude. It's not a question of stealing, that's just rude.
What's the difference between a chip and a biscuit?
That's just rude.
What's the difference between one chip and one biscuit?
There's no difference. I think we're losing sight of the point here. That's just bad behaviour.
If there's no difference, you're taking a chip from someone and you're taking a biscuit from someone. What's the difference?
So you think it's right to take something from somebody else's desk?
I'm saying that there was...
No, do you think it's right to take something from somebody else's desk?
If it's biscuits on a desk, I don't see a problem with it. No.
Okay.
I think I would never even kick up a fuss if someone took it. It's not
I
an
wouldn't
issue
either.
for me.
With the biscuit and chip
And
thing,
if someone tried to make an issue of it, then maybe I'd take Carol's point and bring it back to let's talk about the office Christmas do and you nicked a chip.
With the biscuit and the chip thing, I think that's different because if I was out for an office lunch and my food hadn't turned up, I wouldn't just take it. I'd say, "Oh, mate, can I have a chip?"
Well,
and then if someone asked me, I'd be like, "Yeah, of course you can."
I think it's wrong, but I think that person's still got the right to be upset with it.
OK. I'm not going to argue with you.
But I agree with you. It's wrong, and they shouldn't have done it. And they,
OK, well, let's get some more calls. Carol, thank you for yours. Kirsty.
We have Michael online too.
Michael, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Was justice done, Michael?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's a complete waste of taxpayers' money here. I think Carol's got a point. Yes, her biscuit has been stolen, allegedly. But as this guy said, it wasn't intentional, so is that actually stealing? And also, I mean, I think the actual company has taken it too far. I mean, why would you go then sack the person for stealing a biscuit? No?
Because they're dishonest? I mean, that's the only explanation I can offer.
Fair enough, but the point you mentioned earlier was about mediation and leadership as well. The matter could have been dealt entirely differently and knocked on the head a lot sooner, rather than taking it to the court and being drawn out.
I literally can't believe that adults ended up in this situation. Children at primary school, maybe. Thank you for the call, Michael. What about our audience, Eric?
OK, next to me is Roger. So, Biscuitgate, what do you think? I think it is blown all out of proportion, but in a call centre situation, these people are probably strangers. Not like people in a cosy office situation where we all know each other, work with each other every day. So perhaps he should have asked whose biscuits these.
No one else. Let's say that no one else is there. He's on the night shift, so there's just a tin of biscuits on a desk.
Oh yeah, nick them. Yeah.
You're not stealing, you're just borrowing.
Okay. Make sure you buy the packet next time.
Well, I was going to say, for all she knew, she could have ended up with an even bigger box of biscuits a week or so later when he got some in, thinking, I like eating biscuits on the night shift. But I'm not going to eat them all because I'm not greedy. Help yourself, by the way, now. We've done the biscuit part.
Sure, you're not going to find me.
And dribbling in anticipation. Thanks for that, Roger.